Hi everyone, it's Sue and welcome back to Discovering the Art of Living. If you're new to my channel, click on the subscribe button below as well as the bell icon to be notified when I upload new videos. And remember, it's easy and free to subscribe. So as you can see, I am now filming in my mom cave / craft room. So you know what that means. Today is the day for the grand reveal. So last time we did part 4 of my series on the acronym S.L.O.W, S-L-O-W, as a means to reclaim my beloved mom cave. So remember, S stands for see your successes and stay the course. L, learn from your mistakes and love what you do. O, optimize your time and space, get organized, and observe those you admire. And lastly, W, welcome change and work hard. So I utilize those 4 steps, as can you, to transform my mom cave that kind of got run away from me into a beautiful space that I can relax and be productive. So if you're ready to take the grand tour, I will show you all the little nooks and crannies and optimizing techniques that I used to have the mom cave of my dreams. So let's get started. All right, here it is, folks. The entrance to my dream mom cave. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Are you ready? Oh, I'm so excited. I don't know how it looks. Oh, wait a minute. I do know how it looks. Let's see. Ta-da! So like I said, it's about 90% done. There's still a couple of little DIY projects that I want to do to finish the organization. But here is this cute little kitty bag that a friend of mine bought me, and this is where I keep my books for when I have a few moments to sit down and quietly relax. Where might I read these books? Well, here's my little snuggle spot. Isn't that cute? This is actually a captain's bed that my husband had when he was a kid. And once he outgrew it, my kids took it over. And then once they outgrew it, I adopted it and girlied it up. So I have this cute little kitty cat pillow because, as you know, I have 2 kitties and I love kitties. This is also comfy but practical because underneath we have some cabinets that pull out so I can put some craft storage underneath there. And beside it, I have my little reading light and a spot for my journals. And this little stand here also conceals my knitting supplies. I have yarn in here, more yarn, and even more yarn and projects on the go. Now here is my cabinet from upstairs, my pantry, that also contains other craft supplies. Now I did do a video on this last week on how I repurposed this from upstairs. So if you missed that, click on the link above and that will take you to that video. Very cute. Now over here, we have my kitty clock. And we also have the magnificent pegboard. And again, I also did a video on this, on how I organized it. So if you missed that video, you can also click on the link to walk you through step by step how to install and organize your own pegboard. Now to add to the ambiance, I also have my little fountain here, which is very soothing with a little trickling water. Now over here is where I keep my sewing machine. I do like to sew. I don't do it very often, but when I have it, it's handy and ready. I also have my easel set that my sister-in-law gave me, so if I feel inspired to do some painting outside, I can take that with me. Now over here I have my bigger easel for when I'm going to do larger acrylic or oil paintings. And this needlework here belonged to my mother. My mom passed away about 32 years ago, but she was very crafty. She didn't do the art like I do as much with the painting, but she was more into needlework, crocheting, and knitting. And I kept this piece of needlework that she had done and thought I would prominently display it here in the craft room so that she would always be with me. Now underneath the easel, I have some canvases that I've been working on. I also have my signed print of my Maxine Knoll, which is quite dear to my heart. And up here are some Bob Ross oil paintings that I did quite a few years ago. I don't really do oil paint much anymore. I prefer acrylics and watercolor, but there is one that I did. I have another one that I worked on. Now these cute little curtains that I have here were actually a tablecloth that I found at Value Village. I cut them down and made some curtains. Here are some of the word walls that I have throughout my craft room. As you know, I do like inspirational sayings. And this little heart magnet memo board, I also did a DIY on that. So if you're interested, click on the little link above and you can make one for your own little office. Now over here, I have my major craft table, and this is where I do my videoing for my DIYs. And I have this amazing little holder for my camera. Thank you, friend Rachel, who bought that for me. It's really great because you can bend it in any direction that you want. It goes right over and you can videotape wherever you like. Now this lamp is amazing. I bought this on my trip to IKEA, and it pulls out and it goes anywhere you really want it to. So it can bend over any work surface, and I'll leave a link in the description box below to that. Here's my little coffee and tea station, so in case I need some refreshment, I'm all set. Here is my Cricut maker, which I haven't really used a lot of, but I hope to use more and more of it as I learn all the tips and tricks that it can do. It's really quite amazing. And in the background there, I don't know if you can see, I actually do have a hula hoop. Now this is one of the more expensive professional weighted ones because I'm actually pretty decent at the hula hoop, and it's good exercise. Now up here is the little mirror that I also made as a DIY. So you can click on that link if you want to make one. Again, it's just out of Jenga blocks from the Dollar Tree. My little lights that say "Be the Change," I picked those up at Walmart. I'll see if I can find a link in the description box below for those as well. Now here I have my large Cricut supplies. My chipboard, the corrugated board, anything that's really big and bulky. I actually found this dish holder at Value Village for like $2, and it holds those nicely. I also have my laptop here for when I'm doing my videos. And my calendar here with my inspirational sayings on it as well. Now in here is my closet with more sayings on it. Home is where love resides, memories are created, and laughter never ends. And this little doll, I made that a long time ago. So inside here, if you can remember, I was talking about having my craft supplies set up in different areas. So in here is all of my card making and paper crafts. So I have all of my stickers and whatnot set up into these drawers, different embellishments, different cardstock and paper. The shelves above here are my bulk supplies, so my paints, any styrofoam balls, any seasonal decor, and up here in these big totes is where I have extra things, mostly Christmas decor that I'm not going to be using right now, but I can pull it down next season. And it might be a little dark inside, but along the inside of this closet I do have shelves as well. Pretty handy. This is for stuff that I don't really use a lot, but it's still accessible. And these little pull-out carts have wheels on them, so if I happen to need them, they're pretty readily available. And even underneath my table, as you can see, I have a couple of more carts that I can pull out as needed. Even where my fountain is, I have more craft supplies that are concealed. Still have the same amount of stuff, it just looks better. Over here hanging up, I have another little easel and a giant paint palette for my oil paints. These little things are tricky. I got them at IKEA. They're only like $2.99, and they're meant for hanging on your wall in your kitchen to put your plastic trash bags in, but they very lovely hold your round vinyl for your Cricut or any contact paper that you have, and you can fit quite a few in there, and they're right out of the way. Perfect. Now down here I just have my hair dryer stash that I use for drying my paints, because I'm going to put some hooks on the side of this cabinet to hang those up out of the way. I did use some dollar store hooks, but they weren't strong enough, so I'll have to buy some more command hooks and put them up. Now up on the top here, again, I just have a wooden dish rack that I got at the thrift store for a couple of dollars, and this is a good spot to put all of my really big bulky paper trimmers and things like that. This bookshelf, I think, was handed down from someone. It's used, it's not overly pretty, but it's very functional, and this is my painting area. So I have all of my different paints and drawing supplies here. So the top shelf is all of my watercolors. Second shelf is all of my acrylic painting supplies. And my third shelf is all of my drawing colored pencil supplies. And then I also have room in the bottom for large canvases, my iron, and other supplies. Now on the back of this door, I also have storage. This is just one of those over the door bag, for lack of a better word, things that you can put jewelry in. You could put lots of different things in, but I have all my glue sticks, my tape dispensers, my cutters, all kinds of things here. So over in this corner, I have hidden away my ironing board and just a piece of wood that I bought for an upcoming DIY where I'm going to make a home sign. Now I do have one blank wall right here because I do have a lot of bulky foam core board and Bristol board that I don't really have a spot to keep. So I'm going to be doing a DIY project where I'm going to make some kind of a cloth hanger to hang right there. But as you can see, I have a lovely spot with my beautiful chandelier, a spot to relax, and a spot that is also functional. So if you follow the acronym S.L.O.W, you too can reach your dreams. Now stay tuned, I have a bit of bonus footage from a paint night that I had the other night, where we did a little Valentine Day painting, and it's just a speed drawing, but I'm just going to show you what happens at my craft nights that I'm going to be holding at my house. And these are just for people in my local area, but once my subscription base gets a little bit bigger, I'm going to be doing some live craft nights, so stay tuned. And again, follow your dreams, and remember, love is patient and kind, love never gives up. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and in the description box below, let me know if you're in my local area if you'd be interested in some of my craft nights. And if you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button as well as the bell icon to be notified when I upload new videos. Live well, and see you next time on Discovering the Art of Living.